Hi there, my name is Miles Wallace, and I'm here today to introduce my game, Orbital, the Solar Race. Orbital is a space racing game unlike any that you've ever played before, and it adheres to real-world physics. The basic gist of the game is that you are trying to be the first person. Everybody's going to start off on a planet, and you're trying to be the first person to visit all 6 planets and make it back to your home world first. The first person to do so is the winner. Now, if it were just a racing game, that'd be pretty simple. However, this game is basically like trying to hit moving targets, in that every single turn, each one of these planets are going to move based off of a series of randomly generated numbers. Here are the randomly generated numbers right here. Just to kind of give you a movement example right here, the innermost ring right here is going to move 1 in a counterclockwise direction every single time. The next ring out is going to move 3 spaces clockwise every single time. This one moves 6 spaces in a counterclockwise way. This guy right here moves 5 spaces clockwise. And this one moves 4. Finally, the outermost one is going to move 3 spaces in a counterclockwise direction. So it's a real slow mover, and it has a lot of waste. It has a lot of turns before it's going to get completely around the sun. So a lot of the strategy really revolves around being able to anticipate where the planets are going to be and how they're best going to line in order to move between them efficiently. In the game, you're going to start off with 7 energy, and at the end of every single turn, you're going to gain energy based off of how close you are to the sun. So, for example, if you're really close to the sun, you're going to get 3 energy every single time, but if you're way, way, way far away, you're only going to get 1. So it's important to plan ahead and make sure that you have energy to spend once you get out to the outermost orbital, or otherwise you're going to be really, really slow. You spend energy to either move between orbitals. So, for example, if red right here wanted to move between the 2nd and 3rd orbital track right here, it would cost him 1. However, if you want to move between the 5th and 6th track, it costs 5 energy in order to do so. Got to really plan ahead once again for that. But then you'll also be spending energy in order to build up inertia in one direction or another. So we're going to take yellow, for example, right here. Yellow is going to spend 3 energy in order to move in a counterclockwise direction. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to move yellow 1, 2, 3. As you can see, he's starting to get a little bit closer to that home planet. At the end of every turn, he is going to keep moving that amount of spaces in that direction unless he drops his inertia back down to 0. And in fact, if he wants to start moving in a clockwise direction, he's going to have to spend energy in order to get back to 0 and then start moving that direction. Also, to move between orbitals, you would have to have his inertia at 0. To aid you in your quest to visit all 6 planets, you also have a kind of a diverse technology tree. Each game, a player can research up to 2 technology tracks at a time. So, for example, yellow is researching the energy track right here, which means that at the end of every single turn he's going to get +1 energy. If he keeps along this track, he can even get double the amount or max out his engines every single time. Also, yellow is researching the special track right over here, which means that at the end of once he reaches this benchmark right here, he gets to take one of the special cards and uses it right away. There's no saving it for later. So, for example, yellow could take 5 energy immediately, or he could reverse his inertia to go the opposite direction, or he can even jump to his home planet. That's a real game changer for the very end of the game. So that's the gist of Orbital, the solar racing game. Once again, the object is to try to visit all 6 planets and make it back to your home world first. This is a game of zero luck and lots of strategic thinking.